Fleet Commander Vextera studied the holographic display of the third planet with predatory satisfaction. Earth hung before him like a ripe fruit waiting to be plucked. No orbital defenses, primitive kinetic weapons, and a fractured population that couldn't even achieve global unity. The hegemony's conquest fleet had obliterated civilizations far more advanced than these hairless mammals. Preliminary scans complete, Commander, reported his intelligence officer. The humans appear to be a typical prey species. Soft exoskeletons, minimal natural weaponry, requiring tools for basic survival. They should capitulate within cycles once we demonstrate our superiority. ZYXTRA's mandibles clicked with approval. Deploy reconnaissance drones. I want full behavioral analysis before we begin orbital bombardment. These creatures must understand their place in the natural order. The first drone descended through Earth's atmosphere, its advanced cloaking systems rendering it invisible as it settled into what the humans called the Canadian Rockies. The target was perfect, an isolated human male, completely alone, carrying what appeared to be survival equipment through the wilderness. Excellent specimen, the science officer noted, watching their screens. Designation: Marcus Webb, outdoors enthusiast. No backup, no communication with his pack. This should provide ideal data on human stress responses to overwhelming threat scenarios. The drone's sensors detected movement through the tree line, something massive crashing through the underbrush with predatory intent. What emerged from the forest made even the battle-hardened hegemony officers pause their analysis. The creature stood over 2.5 meters tall on its hind legs, easily massing 350 kilograms of muscle, claws, and primal fury. According to their xenobiology database, this grizzly bear ranked among Earth's apex predators, capable of crushing steel with its jaws. Every tactical computer aboard the hegemony vessel calculated the same outcome. The soft-skinned human would flee in terror or freeze in panic before being dismembered by the superior predator. It was basic evolutionary biology. Prey species scattered when confronted by apex hunters. Marcus Webb looked up from his campfire setup, made direct eye contact with 800 pounds of angry grizzly bear, and said, "You've got to be kidding me." What happened next violated every principle of interspecies behavior that the hegemony had documented across 300 conquered worlds. Instead of running, Marcus grabbed a flaming branch from his fire and charged directly at the massive predator, releasing a war cry that made the alien observers recoil in their seats. When the bear reared up to its full, intimidating height, Marcus dove between its legs, drove the burning wood into its face, then rolled clear as massive claws swept through the air where his head had been. The fight lasted 11 minutes of the most psychotic combat footage the hegemony military had ever recorded. The human used rocks, broken branches, his bare fists, and what could only be described as weaponized stubbornness to battle a creature that outweighed him by 200 kilograms. He absorbed hits that should have liquefied his internal organs, got back up, and kept fighting with increasing fury. When it ended, the grizzly lay unconscious in the dirt, and Marcus sat on a log wrapping his wounds with torn clothing, casually calling his mate. "Hey, Linda, gonna be running late." Had to explain property rights to a local. Fleet Commander ZYXTRA stared at the screen in absolute horror. His tactical officer's voice shook as he spoke. "Commander, if this is how they interact with their own planet's apex predators, abort the invasion," ZYXTRA whispered. "Send immediate warning to all hegemony forces. Earth designated Class X Death World. Population consists of unknown number of psychotic apex predators disguised as a civilized species." The conquest fleet retreated beyond the solar system's edge, leaving only automated warning beacons. Marcus Webb finished bandaging his cuts, poked the unconscious bear to ensure it stayed down, then returned to roasting dinner over his campfire, completely oblivious to the fact that he'd just saved his entire planet through sheer, unreasonable aggression.